There are very few times I've been more stressed out than when I tried to learn the Karg-Elert Etude on page 25 for the first time. There are also very few times when I felt more smug than after I learned the Karg-Elert Etude on page 25 for the first time. It's sort of like a puzzle that you're trying to figure out. And once you start to figure it out, once you start to figure out the counting and the emphasis that you're supposed to use in here, you're going to feel so smart. So the key to page 25 is the musical term hemiola. Hemiola is the way we describe a rhythmic pattern that starts emphasizing notes, making notes louder, sort of outside the parameters of the key signature, the time signature. So this is a 9/16. 9/16 would be like 9/8 or 6/8, where you're used to basically spending the whole time going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the reason that I was very frustrated when I first started playing this, and the reason many of my students get frustrated when they first start playing this, if they haven't had a lesson on it yet, is that the whole thing doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It goes back and forth between 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's the hemiola, switching us over from feeling like we're in groups of threes to groups of twos. So, for example, we're going to look at our first three measures. The first two measures make complete logical sense if you count them in threes. The third measure, however, pivots us every two notes up to an A. And so in that measure, I'm going to start counting 1, 2, 1, 2 until I get to beat 3. Then I'm going to go back into 1, 2, 3s. This sounds complicated. I promise I have never put this in front of somebody and had them come up with the wrong 3s and 2s. You're going to get this intuitively. Hemiola seems very intimidating, but it's really not so bad. All right, so let's count the first three measures together. We're not going to get faster or slower. We're just going to go from emphasizing every 3 beats to emphasizing every 2 beats. So from the beginning, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me play that for you. See if you can count along. So I challenge you to go through this entire piece and figure out where you're going to be counting to 3 and where you're going to be counting to 2.